Wok pop. It's not just popcorn, it's
Kettle corn.
sweet and salty. Make yourself some wok pop at home whenever you want. It's not as dangerous as Mark Rober's experiments, but if you're at all worried about shaking a pan around on top of live flames on your gas stove, then just go to the store and buy your own kettle corn in a bag.
Just be aware you'll be getting some added ingredients.
Ingredients are very simple, but I have a few things to say about those ingredients.
All you need is 4 ingredients for kettle corn: popping corn, oil, sugar, and salt.
So first of all, let's take a walk. It's not a little walk, it's a big walk. How about 3? I have something to say about all these walks. They're all different, and I'm going to explain the differences to you.
Which of these 3 woks would be best to use kettle corn? Non-stick coating, stainless steel, or ceramic coating?
But I'll go to the kitchen to do that because the light's better there. Okay, this one is a coated wok that was very inexpensive.
They have a lot to pick from,
But I wouldn't pick this one. And I'll tell you why. The coating is wearing off, and I don't want to be wearing that
coat.
A friend gave me this wonderful enamel-coated wok. Beautiful, isn't that lovely? However, one of my Airbnb guests charred the inside with cooking some kind of meat that really stuck to the insides. It looked horrible. We were able to get it off, but it also got off the non-stick properties of the pan. So that one's out. I don't want that non-stick stuff inside me to be sticking to my stomach. So I thought, well, a stainless steel pan, that ought to do the job. And it does. I've looked all over for one. There are hardly any retail stores that offer the stainless steel wok. The last minute on my way home from that little shopping expedition, I thought I would stop at Costco and see what they had to offer. Well, I found the stainless steel wok. It's beautiful.
Here it is, triumphantly displayed in my shopping cart at Costco.
And it performs beautifully, and the stainless steel does not come off. Also, it came with this beautiful ladle. So I'm really happy with this. I'm going to demonstrate the wok pot in this stainless steel pan.
My recipe for wok pop kettle corn is 2 tablespoons avocado oil, 2 tablespoons turbinado sugar, 1/4 teaspoon powdered salt, 1 generous 1/4 cup of unpopped corn. Wait a minute, we need to pull the car over here. After all, that's my job, to teach you important tips of things that I have learned. Let's talk about oil. When you cook with the oil on top of the stove, it's unhealthy to allow it to smoke. That's called the smoke point. Let me explain. What is smoke point? Have you ever heard of it? It's really important. Let me tell you a little bit about smoke point. The smoke point of a cooking oil is when it starts to emit visible smoke from the pan. So what's so bad about breathing in a little smoke and eating some blackened chicken? When you cook with oil on top of the stove, don't allow it to reach smoke point. It's very unhealthy. Like I say, free radicals are not a grunge band for you to enjoy. They are the bad guys. You don't want to be eating them or breathing them in. You might not like hearing that charred food is bad for the body, but these are just the facts. Look at what the internet says. Cardiovascular diseases, neurodegenerative disorders, cancer, diabetes, and other chronic diseases. Antioxidants and free radicals are a subject for another video, but I'll just say it's nothing that you would like to be ingesting into your body. But don't get discouraged, there's hope. Some oils take longer to reach smoke point than others. Another quiz, which one of these oils has the highest smoke point? Avocado oil is the winner with a high smoke point of approximately 500 degrees. My go-to oils are avocado oil and olive oil. I buy them in bulk from Costco.
The other utensil I'm going to use is this lid. No, it does not fit, but I like it because it's lightweight and I can move it around a lot easier. This is the wonderful lid that came in the box with the new stainless steel wok. It's quite heavy, and I just prefer using the other lid, but this one works. Now let's talk about the ingredients.
I'm using avocado oil because avocado oil has an extremely high smoke point. That means this oil should not start smoking until after 500 degrees Fahrenheit.
I'm using turbinado sugar today. It's just because it's a little less refined, and that's what I like to use, even though there won't be too much sugar in the outcome. I'm going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. See how fine this salt is? It didn't come that way, and it probably doesn't look like your Himalayan salt, which comes in a bottle like this. It can even be coarser if you choose that one off the shelf.
You can also find it in bulk from some stores. I like this salt because of the added minerals.
I put it in a
Small coffee mill.
It gets fine like this, which is really good for popcorn because the little grains of salt are not as big as this, and they distribute more evenly on the kettle corn. So you don't get big clumps of salt, and that's good for people that are on a restricted salt intake. So you can kind of see how the grains are in this coffee grinder. This gives a little merry-go-round experience for salt. First of all, we're going to heat up the oil. Turned on the gas, and I'm going to get the avocado oil nice and warm. So we'll pour that in the pan. And I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit because I just don't want it to be heating up too fast.
In other words, you want to delay it from getting to the smoke point too fast.
I'm using a 1/4 cup of Orville Redenbacher popcorn. You can use whatever kind you like, but this is my popcorn of choice. I'm getting the lid ready here, and I'll just wait for that oil to heat up. Then I'll add all the ingredients quite rapidly, starting with the popcorn first. Let's see what that's like. It's doing pretty well, but I don't want it to start smoking. So there goes the popcorn, putting in the salt, trying to distribute it over the top, and also the same with turbinado sugar. Now I'm going to start shaking. Ooh, I think I hear pop. I'm going to tilt up the lid a little bit. Oh, that's a good sound. Actually, you can use any pan for this. You don't have to have a wok, but it just sounds good. Wok pop. Just don't use a non-stick pan. I'm going to have a bowl here to pour it in so it doesn't continue to cook in the wok.
Steam came out when I opened the lid, but some of it was a little bit of smoke. All in all, it's looking pretty good. Practice makes perfect.
Here's the lid. It looks like it's got a pretty good coating of sugar on it. Just fill this with water and let it sit for 2 or 3 minutes, and it'll all be melted away. Sometimes I give kettle corn away to people who I know really, really love it. It's just a little treat that is very much appreciated. And of course, it needs to be given away while it's nice and fresh. Use these festive little bags. Fill this little bag up. Little tie strip comes with the bag. Very convenient. And you just twist it up. Ooh, one left over. Huh? Too bad. There you go. Little gift. Cute, huh?